in America will never work. It will never be fixed. It must be broke in order to guarantee that the white kids will always be in charge. Do you see where I'm coming from? This is not a mistake. It is not an accident. This is done on purpose. Every school district is a plantation. Every school district is a plantation. You got 5 schools that are highly successful. Y'all got some in Chicago. Some of the best high schools in America, in Chicago. But that's it. Everybody can't go to them. Most of them are plantation schools where kids are barely learning. You see that? It's designed to be like that. The bourgeois, the smart kids, they draft them into the high schools because these are the ones that the power structure are going to use to oppress black people later in life. Everybody else go to jail or to the cemetery. See how that works? Schools will never work for black kids because that will threaten white domination, white rule, white control. If you properly educate a black boy in Chicago, if you properly educate a black boy in Chicago, you just put him in position to take political, economic domination from the white male. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. Most of your teachers in Chicago are white. White. Chicago, one of the most segregated cities in America. You think these white racist women whose grandmothers are the same ones who fought against your grandmom going to school with them? You see this? Right. You think they're going to come into these schools in Chicago and properly educate your kids? You're out of your damn mind. White people want Chicago back. And if they want to take Chicago back, they got to make sure the black kids can't compete with the white ones. There's 6 stages in the miseducation machine. Miseducation, they intentionally miseducate. Special ed, they misdiagnose them with reading disabilities, ADHDs, conduct disorders. They put them in these separate and not equal classes. Inferior education. Psychiatric medication. Here comes the Adderall. Here comes the Concerta. Here comes the Metadate. Here comes the Ritalin. See this? Now you're so doped up, you can't learn if you wanted to. Then your next stop is what? Juvenile incarceration. Oh, he don't know how to act. Put him in juvenile hall. Put him in a discipline school. You come out the discipline school. Now you're dealing with psychological frustration and alienation. You mad at the world because you was a regular kid who just goofed off a little bit. How the hell I get kicked out of school? Now your pants are saggy, you're smoking weed, you're doing crack, you're joining the gangs, you're self-destructing. And that takes us to stage 6, premature extermination. 1 out of every 4 black males will be murdered in the city by another black man. Kill them before they grow. And most of them will be murdered by who? Another black man. So you got miseducation, special education, psychiatric medication, juvenile incarceration, psychological frustration, premature extermination. Black boys want to learn. Black boys can learn as well as any white boy. In fact, black boys can learn better. I'm going to say it. We are intellectually superior. I'm not saying that to be, arrogant. I'm saying it because it's the truth. Dr. Amos Wilson, fellow Garveyite psychologist. I think he's the greatest black scholar of the second half of the 20th century. He wrote a book called Developmental Psychology of the Black Child. I recommend that everybody read it. Dr. Amos Wilson found the research from white people that they threw out. They wouldn't publish it. And guess what the research showed? Black babies from birth to 5 outperformed every other child on assessments of intelligence and functioning, including the Chinese, who we think are so smart. Black children are more advanced than other children. White people kind of admit this, but they don't admit this when they tell you black kids grow faster than other children. Black children develop faster than other children. Well, if all growth of the body is controlled by the what? Brain. If the growth of my body is controlled by my brain and my body is growing faster than everybody else, do you know what that also means? My brain develops faster than everybody else. Black children are superior to everyone else. But check this out. Once we get into school, once you start kindergarten, your IQ score will go down. Every year you go up in grade. I'm going to repeat